Good day, I am Victoria Nebeli, a representative of Group 2 for the Capstone project given to us by Web3 Africa WAWfellowship. This presentation is the result of the hard work of myself and these 7 bright-minded ladies as seen on the slide. In this project, we will gain an understanding of the concepts that underpin the blockchain technology and gain insights into the technical aspects by building a simple blockchain for a cryptocurrency named Africoin using the concepts of JavaScript classes and Node.js. Main principle of Web3, which was formerly called the semantic web, is a decentralized internet. So rather than having an internet controlled by governments and corporations, as in the case of Web 2, we have an internet owned by users. One use case of Web3 are cryptocurrencies, and it has gained so much adoption. Examples are Bitcoin and Ethereum. These cryptocurrencies are built on the blockchain. The goal of the blockchain is to allow digital information to be recorded and distributed, but not edited. In this way, the blockchain is the foundation for immutable ledgers or records of transactions that cannot be altered, deleted, or destroyed. As the name implies, blockchain, a chain of blocks. A block is a data structure where transactions and data are permanently stored as immutable records and then linked together to form a blockchain. The blockchain grows with an increasing number of transactions undertaken. A block can only contain a certain number of transactions, hence more blocks are added to contain more transactions. The core tenets of blockchain are decentralization, transparency, computational logic, trust, and security. Since the blockchain is decentralized and distributed, that is, power is shared amongst all the nodes running the blockchain, there has to be some sort of mechanisms to determine the state of the blockchain. And that is where the consensus mechanisms like proof of work and proof of stake comes in. Taking proof of work as a case study, the nodes involved are called miners, and they put in a lot of computational power to solve a puzzle. The first node that solves this puzzle gets to add the block to the blockchain, and other nodes verify that this block is valid. A miner earns reward in the native currency of the blockchain. In this case, it will be Africoin. Now, to get a bit of technical understanding of how the blockchain works, we will now build a simple blockchain for our cryptocurrency called Africoin. So, we members of Group 2 have put up a code for our blockchain for the cryptocurrency Africoin. Just like every other blockchain, we're going to be using cryptography, and in this case, we're making use of SHA-256. So I've imported it, hence the presence of these extra folders. In this code, we have added a class called CryptoBlock. This CryptoBlock class is responsible for holding the details of our blocks, such as the index, the timestamp, the data, the preceding hash, the hash, and the nouns of the block. We also have a function here called computeHash. This function will compute the hash of every new block. And then, just like in every other blockchain, where we have a consensus mechanism, we made use of the proof of work consensus mechanism. The difficulty here determines how long it takes for a block to be added to our blockchain. We also have a class called the crypto blockchain. This class contains all the blocks of our blockchain. As you can see here, we used a constructor and then we added our first block, which is the genesis block, using this function, start genesis block. This block contains information like index 0, the date, which is today's date, the initial block in the chain, which is the data, and then a preceding hash of 0 because it is the first block. We also have a function here called obtain latest block. This function we use this function to get the latest block in the chain. And then we have another function here called add new block. This function will be used to add new blocks to our blockchain. And then, just like every other blockchain, we need to know that the blockchain is valid at all times. We have put up this validity check. We name the function check chain validity. It will check that our blockchain is valid and that the hash of a particular block is correct. We created a new crypto blockchain for our AfriCoin, and as you can see here, we added 2 transactions to it. We added 2 blocks to it. The first block has these details. We have the sender here as AfriGold and the recipient as Endgames. AfriGold is sending Endgames 50 AfriCoins, which was done today, and it has an index of 1 because it is the second block. The Genesis block takes the index of 0. And then we have another block. In this block, we have a transaction from Victoria Nebeli to WAWfellowship, that is the Web3 African Women Fellowship. I am sending 100 AfriCoins to the fellowship. And here, we consult our log. We consult.log our blockchain. Yeah, so we'll see the results by opening a terminal, new terminal, and then running the command node blockchain.js, because that's the name of my JavaScript file. So node blockchain.js. Node blockchain.js. This will run, and then as you can see, we have the first block with an index of 0, we have the second block with an index of 1, and then we have the third block with an index of 2. And this is just the way every other blockchain looks like. Yeah, so we Group 2 members have pushed our code to a repository, and the link to the repository has been attached to our document. Thank you.